Tell us why would you name a website oninmate.com?
Very specifically, why? It is what the devil meant for evil, God meant for good. While you're incarcerated in the state facilities, you are not allowed access to the internet. Some federal facilities do allow that access, but 99.9% of state facilities do not. With that, there's a big criticism in there. Number one, you have people there that are PhDs, master's students, incredible people of intellect. And then there's also the very big network of information. We'll know something before you see it on the news. Officers often say, well, where did you hear that? On inmate.com? Well, I decided, yeah, that's where they heard it because we bought it and it's ours. And it's changing lives and it's turning around things in the community and giving us a voice and a presence. Oninmate.com is my baby because, A, I was tired of people thinking that they were throwaways, that we're all throwaways. We're not throwaways. Some of the most incredible people on this earth are felons. Some of the richest people on this earth, some of the most notable stars, athletes, politicians are felons. So why is it that it's okay for them to still move throughout life, but at a certain level or at a certain, what we deem societally as you being a felon, it's not okay for you to move through life. This is not the 20s. This is not Scarlet A, but we're walking around with a big F. And that F affects everything. I'm crime free for 13 years. But yeah, I still have the same obstacles someone committing a crime last week have. I can't, it's hard to get a job. It's hard to get a place to live. And it's time for somebody to speak up and make some change. I vowed when I left there, I was not going to be one of those people that just gave lip service. I wasn't going to be part of the group that wrote about it, talked about it, and never did anything about it. So I'm focusing on change through building a company called Brown Business Enterprises, which is our parent company. My mom was in business world for over 20 years, a business owner. My son is in the corporate world. So between their sage advice and my heart and my heart's drive for this work, we're able to possibly begin the process of starting others to own their own business. And through On Inmate, we're still making sure that people are getting jobs, getting a roof over their head, finding out information. But it's not just for ex-offenders, it's for their families too. Learn what's going on in prison. Learn where your child, your son, your mother, learn where they're at and how to excel in helping them and what you can do to help them. Learn the lingo. There's definitions on my website, just so you know what they're saying at the prison when they say the various things. And as well as it's for the judicial community. Because it's a very outspoken website. So I'm not hiding the big money that's being made off of mass incarceration, the new millennium slavery. I am out there vocally saying that you don't want me to have a job anywhere, but while I was incarcerated, I worked in the Department of Agriculture, in the director's office, made sure that they were able to get into the STAR program, which means OSHA can't come in at all because everything's done. But I spearheaded that campaign while incarcerated, and now I can't get a job. There are people that work at some of the top offices in this country, at the governor's mansion, other places, almost all state offices, and a lot of the community and social nonprofits are manned and staffed by the minimum security prison community. But then when you come home, you can't get a job. But you work for 3 or 4 years in the governor's office or at, Southlight or Interact or any of these major organizations. And then why can't you get a job when you come home? But when you were doing it for $1 a day or 30 cents a day or 60 cents a day as a state slave, it was acceptable.